JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, 2 motorcyclists killed in separate crashes. A motorcyclist died as a result of injuries he sustained in a crash on Caledonia Road in Mandeville on Friday night. Police named the deceased as Shamario Thomas, 21, a resident of Comfort District in Manchester. A police report said that about 11:20 p.m., Thomas was driving a motorcycle in the vicinity of Gulfview Drive when he attempted to overtake a motor car which was turning right. He collided with the vehicle and was slung from the motorcycle upon impact. Thomas was taken to the nearby Mandeville Regional Hospital where he died while undergoing treatment. Over in Clarendon, another motorcyclist died after he collided with a parked truck on the Sandy Bay Main Road in Clarendon on Friday night. His identity has not yet been ascertained. A police report said the man was traveling on his motorcycle when, upon reaching the intersection of the Old Toll Road and the Sandy Bay Main Road, he slammed into the left rear side of the truck parked in a dark spot. Police said the man died on the spot. Gun found in shopping bag in Montego Bay. A gun and 4 rounds of ammunition were seized in a joint police military operation on Sammy Drive, Montego Bay, St. James on Friday. Reports are that about 12:45 p.m., lawmen in the area when a 4-bedroom house was searched, but nothing illegal was found. During the search of an open lot close to the house, a shopping bag was found beside the fence line. The bag was examined, and 1 9mm Smith & Wesson and 4 rounds of ammunition were seen inside the bag. No one was arrested in relation to the seizure. Meanwhile, on Saturday, an operation on Oakland Drive in St. Andrew led to the arrest of a man and the seizure of a revolver and the 3 rounds of ammunition. Reports from the Hunts Bay Police are that about 1:45 a.m., lawmen in the area when they saw the man walking along the roadway. Upon seeing the police team, the man reportedly ran and threw an object under a motor vehicle. He was caught and the object was retrieved. Closer examination of the object revealed that it was a .38 revolver containing 3.38 rounds of ammunition. His identity has been withheld pending further investigations. Residents claim alleged gang leader was unarmed when fatally shot by cops. Residents of Sunlight Street in Kingston 13 are fearful that Friday's fatal shooting of an alleged gang leader by the security forces could breed a generation of vipers. The police say they shot 27-year-old Nakeem Mullings, otherwise called Jacka Diamond, in self-defense. However, residents who spoke on condition of anonymity out of fear said that Mullings, who is known to the police, was unarmed at the time of the shooting. He was reportedly returning home from a party with friends. The man declare himself and them kill him, but them they just keep quiet and going with them cause him clean. Them not take nothing off of him. What do you them for do? When them see police a kill man innocently, the youth them a go build hatred toward those who serve and protect. It's an next set of terrorists them a create, the residents said. A policeman close to the probe said that they believe a wanted person was in the company of Mullins when the police instructed them to step out of the car in which they were traveling. One person ran, and the driver fired on the police and gunfire was returned. Jacka Diamond is no saint. Depending on who you ask, you'll get the truth, the lawman said, adding that the police have an idea of the identity of the man who fled the scene and are currently pursuing him in a multi-divisional search. The residents took to a section of Maxfield Avenue to protest on Friday. However, quick action by the police made the disruption to vehicular traffic short-lived. Mullings, who celebrated his 27th birthday a week ago, was before the court for assault and crime-related offenses at the time of his death. He has long been deemed the head of the top Sunlight Street gang. The bloodletting in the division, the war among factions on Sunlight Street, has caused the murders and shootings in the division to increase, the senior crime fighter said. The residents did not dispute Mullins' influence and only contended that he was not armed when confronted by the police. The police have more problem on here because everybody know him no fire no shot and nobody no run in nearby bushes, one resident contended. The police said that since Mullins' death, they have been placed on alert after threats were made by men aligned to his faction. The police are warning those behind the threats not to act on them. ODPP plans to keep tight lid on plea deals in mom-daughter murder case. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, ODPP, says it will be vigorously opposing any attempts to release sealed information about the plea deals and transcripts of the accompanying hearings for 2 convicts recently sentenced in connection with the abduction and murder of a 10-month-old girl and her mother. Saraya Paulwell and her mother, Tashana Patterson, 27, were abducted outside their St. Andrew home on September 9 and taken to East Kingston, where they were killed and their bodies burned. Rushane Miller and Richard Brown, who were among 4 persons charged, who were among 4 people charged in connection with the deadly plot, pleaded guilty to separate charges for their roles. Miller was sentenced to 7 years and 10 months, while Brown received a 30-year sentence. Paulwell's spouse, the alleged mastermind, Leoda Bradshaw, is also charged in the matter. On Friday, responding to a request from her attorney, Deborah Martin, for copies of the transcripts of the hearings and details of the plea deals, Deputy Director of Public Prosecutions, Andrea Martin Swaby, indicated her objection. Those documents are under seal by order of this Honorable Court. As such, milady will be vehemently opposed to any application, said Martin Swaby, who was the lead prosecutor in the case. Cutting off the prosecution, Justice Vinette Graham Allen, who appeared peeved by the prosecutor's assertion during the case management hearing in the Home Circuit Court, said, "If they're under seal by the court, they're under seal by the court. Or then could a judge of concurrent jurisdiction sit in appeal of another judge in a concurrent jurisdiction? It would be very improper of this judge to do any such thing. Very, very improper," she emphasized. Chiming in, Martin said, "I too have learned today. We were not aware of this and counsel was present, was asked to leave. We're absolutely ignorant of what transpired, save and except for press releases that have been published by the DPP telling the public that which he chooses, while we're ignorant, nothing to do with the sentencing," she added. Having now learnt about the sealed documents, Martin then requested the particulars to facilitate an application before the appropriate body to vary the order to ensure a fair trial for her client and her co-accused, Roland Balfour. Both are facing capital murder charges. Noting that the court is unable to grant her request because the documents have been sealed, Martin said in matters such as these, the defense needs to make certain decisions and needs to have records. And we are of the view that these charges are sufficiently significant and serious, and the public is aware that the court and the Crown would make every step to ensure that all facilities are made available to the defense to facilitate the fair trial of the accused persons, Martin pointed out, while indicating that she'll be making other efforts to secure the material. Balfour's lawyer, Courtney Rowe, for his part, indicated that he was adopting Martin's submission. Earlier, the court was informed that the case file was incomplete. Forensic material from the Jamaica Constabulary Forces, Communication, Forensic and the Cybercrime Division, forensic certificate from the Institute of Forensic Science and Legal Medicine, as well as statements from the police investigators were said to be outstanding. The judge ordered that forensic certificates and the material, which include call data records, be submitted by February 29 and January 30, set as the deadline for the submission of the statements. The judge extended bail for both defendants until March 6. In the meantime, Bradshaw was dressed in an off-white mini baby doll dress dotted with pearls, appeared less subdued on Friday but appeared to have lost some weight. Westmoreland businesses lock shop as robbery sprees trigger fear. Criminals have been relieving several Westmoreland businesses of their daily sales in a number of robbery sprees in the commercial spaces of Negril, Good Hope, and other major towns in the parish since the start of this week. On Friday, armed robbers held up and robbed 4 business establishments, 3 bars and a supermarket between Orange Hill and the Namperl Road in the Negril space, making off with an undetermined sum of money, game boxes, and top-shelf liquors. And on Wednesday night, gunmen killed taxi operator Romy Taylor in Burn Savannah and robbed him of a grey 2011 Toyota Voxy motor vehicle. The gunmen then proceeded to use the same stolen Voxy to carry out the robbery and subsequent murder of disc jockey Davroy Barnes, otherwise called DJ Mary, in Little London an hour later. DJ Mary from Mango Hall in Westmoreland was shot dead while sitting in his car at a party. Robbers reportedly drove up and proceeded to rob patrons before opening fire on the DJ. He was pronounced dead at hospital. The incidents of heightened fear among business owners and prompted calls for a state of emergency (SOE) in the parish. Right now, everybody is running scared because the belief is it is the same set of youngsters that are going around stealing cars and going around robbing, Elaine Bradley Allen, president of the Negril Chamber of Commerce and Industry, said. She said that the latest surge is scary and the business owners are pondering how best to protect themselves and their establishments. I think it would be nice if we have the SOE back in Westmoreland, said Bradley Allen, noting that the trauma on the family of those being killed is horrendous. And the powers that be need to do something drastic and dramatic. Never mind the human rights groups. The people they are robbing and killing, they do have rights, the chamber boss insisted. She said that while these robberies are not immediately expected to affect the increased number of tourists that are now in Negril, for the annual reggae marathon on Sunday, care must be taken to prevent any possible impact. It's a rampage which is not looking good, and right now in Negril, we have visitors from over 23 countries for the marathon on Sunday, the NCCI president stated. Outside of the concern, Bradley Allen says it's ironic that the criminal activities are taking place now, just weeks ahead of the Christmas holidays. Christmas is not even here yet, and all these things are happening all over the place. What is going to happen in the festive season? Why are we killing each other? She questioned. Moreland Wilson, Member of Parliament for Westmoreland Western, where the majority of the robbery mayhem is taking place, said the recent spate of events is unprecedented. Speaking with reporters last night, he said there is sufficient evidence to have another round of SOE. Wilson also noted that the enhanced security measure is needed, and if not for the entire parish, it should be declared for his constituency. In fact, all my 5 divisions have been suffering from this form of activity by these hoodlums, he said. Over 20 individuals in several vehicles are now going into communities and robbing people. This is something unprecedented. It is something that we as citizens are now fearful of. Deputy Superintendent of Police Adrian Hamilton, who heads the operations portfolio in the Westmoreland Police Division, said the police have been kept busy tracking the crooks. These men are using different tactics in the book. They are using motorcycles as advanced so-called points. They are traveling in vehicles that they rob from other people and change their license plates to distract the police, Hamilton said. He said they are also engaging in prank calls to the police as a diversion. I am confident that it's only a matter of time before we crush the latest surge, which we believe is being committed by greedy, reckless terrorists who are hell-bent on creating mayhem in the parish, Hamilton declared. He said the parish has since received additional support from Era 1 and other specialized formations of the police force to help combat the new wave of criminal activities. But even with heightened security presence, business owners took precautionary measures by closing their business as early as 4 p.m. on Friday. JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.